Hello and welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday, and what a gorgeous Monday, the 12th of April 2021, and this is episode number 57. And anybody that would like to know what's going on I don't know what. Start again, shall I? Anybody that would like to find me will be in the description box down below. Right, now I have got tons of stuff to talk about this week, so I am just going to go right in there, basically, right in there. I am so pleased that everybody liked the little not tutorial, but you know what I mean, about the sewing machine, and it has helped people. I am really pleased with that. And yes, my friend did recognise who she was. Change your needle. That's all I'm saying. When I talk to her next week, I'm going to say, have you changed your needle? Right then, okay, as I say, we have had an up and down week with weather. This morning we woke up, it was white with frost, and I mean crisp white with frost. Now there is some photographs of the clouds at the front. We had a bit more snow in the week, last week, beginning of the week, and I just couldn't believe that. And then it was sunshine, but it's been cold. The nights have been so cold, but this morning the frost, oh my goodness me, I just don't know. I really don't know. Okay, as I said, I've got a lot to talk about, and I mean a lot to talk about today. So what I am going to do is basically just get right in there. I think that's the best thing for me to do at the moment. Right, first of all, we're going to go into the crochet. Now, I'm going to explain something first. My knitting mojo kind of went. Disappeared for some reason. I kept looking at my project, well, my shawl, and I always have a pair of socks, and I just couldn't bring myself to pick them up and knit them. So I thought, right, you know, there's got to be something going on here. So what I normally do is I divert away from those and I'll do a crochet, because there's something different, something completely random, you know, as well, so it's fun. And I thought, well, you know, we'll see if it works again this time. So I came up here, looked at my library, as you know, I've got behind me, and I found one of my old favourites, The Edward's Menagerie by Kerry Lord. This is amigurumi, but this is absolutely brilliant. When this book first came out, I just jumped on it, really, and I have actually crocheted most of what's in here, but there was one I hadn't done, and I couldn't believe I hadn't done this, really. I know that, as I say, I've done most of them, but they've all been gifted. I first of all started off with the bunny, like I think everybody does. This was years ago. My daughter came down and visited and went, oh, Mum, I like that, and took it. So the bunny went, the elephant has gone, the donkey is gone, you know, they've all gone as gifts. And I thought, no, this one I'm keeping hold of. But as you know, I have done my little twist on it. So in here, let me turn that round so you don't see anything. There is what Kerry calls Simon the Sheep. And I thought, why haven't I done the sheep? Do you know what I mean? All the things, and I haven't done the sheep, and I love my sheep, don't I? So let's pop that down there. I got the old hook out. Would it have been Friday or Saturday? I can't remember. Anyway, this is my version of the sheep, right? So as you see, I've done the woolly coat in a different colour, and I've given him a little bit of tufty on his head because I just thought he needed it. So yeah, this is my little sheep. I'll have to think of a name actually for him. Look at his little tail. Isn't that cute? I just can't believe his little tail. Right then, okay, as you see, I have actually done it in the body, and the legs and the head and everything is done in Stylecraft Special. But this here, and his little tufty on his head, I think they're so cute. That is actually done in a real wool, which was left over from my dog cardigan, the colour work of the dogs on the pocket. And I brought this when I was at Yarndale year before last, and I thought, well, you know, I'll give it a go, because this is actually all loops, chains of loops, and the coat took longer than the actual the sheep, to be honest. And I had to keep watching because my wrist was hurting. So you go in and then you do you know, lock it into the actual loop of the double crochet, and then you do so many chain, and then you do go in again, and so on. So up here I did it in every stitch and every row, and down here to make it a little bit more 3D like, I know he's got his belly anyway, I did every stitch but every other row of it. So you just have to keep his little bum free so he can sit down. But I just think it's so cute the way it goes around the tail. But yeah, so this is my little sheep. I haven't quite come up with a name for him yet, but I'm sure I will soon. But I am actually really pleased. And I'll tell you something, I picked up my socks yesterday. Boom, I'm right back onto knitting my socks. So it worked. It really, really did work. But I will say, I've got to tell you this. My friend and I were talking on Wednesday, you know, face to face. And I can't, you know, I know people that have got to know me, including you over here, you know, and, you know, people in life. You know, I am not normal. I have a strange things about strange way about things. And I mentioned to my friend that if I'm got knitting in my hand, I can only watch knitting podcasts. If I'm cross stitching, I can only watch cross stitch podcasts. And I just thought it was normal, but obviously with the reaction of my friend, it obviously isn't that normal. I will say. So if there is anybody out there that's as strange as I am, you know, because there was the ones that had, you know, knitting talking to them or crochet talking to them from their bags. So, you know what I mean? There might be a few of us out there that does that as well. Dear me, dear me. What more can I say, eh? Okay then, right. So that is the cross stitch. So let's go back, go into the knitting. So this is what I picked up yesterday, and I picked up my vanilla sock done in some yarn that I got for Christmas from my friend Debbie from work. And I just love this yarn. It actually is a Rico, and it's the super bar, whatever it is, Rico cashmere luxury socks. So there it is, and I will say it is the softest shop bought sock yarn I have ever come across. It is the most gorgeous stuff to use for shawls. It would be absolutely perfect because it'll be just so soft. It's 100 grams, you get 400 meters. It is 25% polyamide, 10% cashmere, and 65% virgin wool. But I tell you what, obviously the cashmere does its job, and it is just so soft. I'm sure they do different colours, and I am really thinking of investing into some different colours, and say knitting up socks and that lot for, you know, presents for Christmas. Kind of like, cause I do Rebecca's, I do Deb's, Glenn always gets a pair. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And the stitch definition, the way it knits up, is just so neat. It really is. But I'm really enjoying these. So I finished off this morning doing the heel flap, so I'll turn that this afternoon probably, or this evening definitely, and then pick up and then the gusset, and that'll be my first sock basically done. Right, I'm leaving that out because I've got to show you something on that later on. Okay, so that is the knitting. I'm hoping I should have that sock finished and the other one on the needles. Right then, now we're going to pop right into cross stitch, because obviously you know I try not to have my videos too long, but I've got just so much to show you and tell you. Right then, okay, I've got a finished object in my cross stitch. Now, you know, last year when this book came out, I got mine from the Patchwork Rabbit. As you know, I love the Patchwork Rabbit, and I get lots of things from her, and I've got something else to show you in a moment from her. So this is the Winds of Autumn. It's a Blackbird Designs, which I absolutely love their stuff. And I showed you, I did mark on the pages, my first little drum. And as you know, I only had one colour. So all the rest of it, I just used what I had in stash and what I liked. Okay, now I didn't actually use the, what do they say to use on it? 36 count, which will be an 18. Yeah, I actually used a 16 count Ada that I had, that I picked up from a charity shop last year sometime. And I'm so chuffed with this. This is my little drum. I really, really am pleased with the way it has turned out. I really, really am. On the bottom, I have got, this is a reproduction craft cotton, which I thought is, you know, just goes. And I did the reproduction on the top. I did a little piece of rickrack I sewed on, and then to cover the join, it's just like, it's a little bobbin button. At the bottom here, I have my rice, and then I've packed it all out with the normal polyfill toy stuffing. But what I will say is, in the book they do give you instructions, you know, which are fine. Obviously you can understand them, but I used the way that Vonna from the Twisted Stitcher put hers together. It is just brilliant. I tell you, if you've never ever been over to her, go and look at her finishing tutorial. She is amazing. That's all I can say. She really, really is amazing. Such a clever lady. And her finish for these drums are brilliant. She even do the fold ones. Oh, she did lots, But yes, my very first little drum, and I'm so happy. And I'll tell you, I loved doing this house, because I love it when you can, you know, do like an outline and of everything and just fill in. Oh, I just love that. I know that some people don't like the filling in, but oh, I do. If it's a big thing, oh, I just sit away and filling in for hours. But yeah, and I just love it. I just absolutely love it. Now we are actually going to be, because this is going to be a bit of a mishmashy podcast today, basically because I've got so much stuff that ties in with each other that have kind of been brought, so that the naughties are coming in, if you know what I mean, with the stuff that I'm working on. So last week, I will say, the lovely Carla, again from the Patchwork Rabbit, contacted me because I asked her, you know, if she could keep me informed when the new Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, the spring one, out. Now, and she contacted me, and I went right on and got my copy. But I will say, this is actually at the Patchwork Rabbit. Please pop over and have a look. It is absolutely gorgeous, this one. Oh, the spring one is absolutely stunning. I have got to say, the stuff in it, you've got, oh, I was going to say Lizzie Kate, but it ain't. It's, and if I don't look, it will bug me. Here she is. As soon as I know, I'm going to see, I'm going to go, oh, Lindy Stitches. I knew it was something beginning with L. Right, so this is Lindy Stitches. There's, you know, obviously your top ones in here, but there's a lot of cross stitch. Sometimes I find, oh, you know, they've got a lot of the punch needle, but there's a lot of cross stitch in this one. And I am so happy that I actually did get my hands on this copy. So if you do get this, or you're waiting on the notification, you know, of, you know, if I was waiting on me saying it's in, go over and go and get it from the Patchwork Rabbit. Now, as soon as it came, because luckily I finished my drum the day before and I had nothing on stitching. Nothing at all, because I've done everything, haven't I? And I was looking through here, and it was one of those magazines where, oh, I'm going to stitch that. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to stitch that. It was just, it's just full of stuff that you can't decide what you're going to stitch. You know, all the stuff I've marked in the books and the magazines, and I haven't done the one in this. Oh, here it is. Right. So, and in the end, I said to Glenn, I love this. I'm going to do it. And he went, oh yeah, I don't know how I'm going to finish it or nothing. So I started it yesterday, choosing the one, it's called A Sampling of Spring, and that's Leela Mia Designs, or Leela May. And look at the little bees and the beehive, and there's bunnies and carrots and birds, and obviously the alphabet's nice because you get the uppercase and the lowercase right next to it. So I really, really like that. And even though I am allergic to bees and I have to carry an EpiPen around with me everywhere I go, I just love bees. I think they're just beautiful, beautiful creatures. So I had a piece of this oatmeal, yet again in the packs that I brought from the charity shop last year. And as you can see, I started from the middle because I always do. And I've done the middle row and now I'm working down. So I'll go down like that. So I'm on the numbers. Now, when it comes to the colours, I had them all except for, because they're in it, on some of them, they give you a conversion of DMC, and it's really weird. Some of them are classic colour works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, you've got a conversion, you've got your classic colour works, and 1, 2, 3, 4, there's no classic colour works. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 9 DMC. So there's some missing. So I just matched up basically. But when it comes to like the bee one, I just use I'm just going to use the sunflower. And what I do is when I'm doing this, I always have the Ada or the cloth that I'm using, and then I look at the picture, look in my stash, and then lay it on to make sure that the actual thread is strong enough to be seen, basically, because that's what it's there for. So some of them I did have, like the bean sprout, and I know that this yellow isn't the right yellow because they use queen bee. But I know that the yellow, that will, you know, a bee's yellow basically. So, and I know it will show up on my my cloth. And these, I think I had them all except for there was what one was it? I've got that one. I thought, oh, the blue. I've just used one out of stash. I know that's the right one. 6, 4. Why have I got 6, 4, 8? Oh, that's one that I'm matching myself again. And then there's 976 golden medium brown. I've got 975, so I thought that was close enough. So yeah, you know, that's the way I do it basically. You know, because I ain't going out and spending, like, you know, money and postage and everything else just for a couple of 3 stitches, for instance. So, and I know that the bright white, which is the B5200, which is the DMC bright white, will show up on this. Okay, so that is what I've got on the go, and I'm loving it. But as I say, it's out. We've got it here in the UK. To that. Okay then, right. So what we got now? That's the 3. Right. Yep. Okay. That's mainly my crafting for the week, which isn't really too bad. Okay then, right, what I am going to say, I did get a nice, this arrived Saturday as well, so from my lovely friend Sue. We met at Barbara's Day Out, and well, gosh, did we have a laugh. I know it's been over a year ago since we've seen each other face to face, but we communicate all the time. And she got in contact with me and wondered if I would like what she sent me. And I have got to say, what a beautiful package I received. Inside here there's package with some ribbons and stuff, and trims, which would be so handy for my finishers. And also, I love this, it's Norwich Bead and Textile Fairs. There's a bag. Oh, I love that, I really do. So I use all things, I've got quite a few cloth bags like this, and I use them for, you know, keeping my bits and that in. And it's sorry, let's get back to this. Yeah, there's I can't really show you. It's a Stitcher photo, and it's a Quaker. Oh dear me. Ah, is this? No, this wasn't it. It's a Quaker. Oh dear, plant thing is what I can see of it anyway. And obviously I've got the Ada, which is beautiful piece of Ada, and all the threads, the way all these threads have been laid out is absolutely amazing, fantastic. And this piece of paper here, somebody, I'm assuming it is Sue, has but every thread with all the numbers on the actual the disc. So I will definitely be keeping that piece because that will be very important. Yeah, but no, it is, oh, such a lovely surprise that this is. So thank you so much, Sue, and I love it, absolutely love it. Okay, right, now we are going to go into the naughties. Now I know I have got 3 more naughties to come before I can actually complete start my proper quilt. As you all know, the quilt that I'm making is a Laurie Holt. Okay, so what am I going to do first? I'll do this one that came today, actually. So this morning, luckily it came this morning, and I am expecting another one, which fingers crossed should be here tomorrow because it's already been dispatched. As you all know, I have got the Farm Girl Vintage 1 book. This morning, here is number 2. I am just so excited. So excited. Yet again, this I got from the Stitchery at Dorset. Also, I have got, yet again from them, because they don't charge a postage in the UK, I've ordered the Christmas one, so that should be here tomorrow. But I have got something planned coming up when I'm going to start that quilt and what's going to happen with that. Anyway, so yeah, I've got plans already for that. So this one I think is absolutely gorgeous because you've got more animals in this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and pick out what blocks I want to make out of the 2 to make my 1 quilt. I have described these books to my daughter. And yes, she said, oh, Mum, she said, that sounds just like what I would like. But she would like the bright, not the more dulled down. And I thought she would. But in this one today, I said to Glenn, in this book, it is just, oh, they've got a cat with a heart. And people that know me, I had a cat, my Tibby. There should be a photograph of her up here. Yeah, she's up there, bless her. She used to lay right there every time I was up here. She followed me around like a little lost lamb. I had her from 7 weeks old. Her mum rejected her, so I took her on and I was her mum. And because I live on a main road, she was an indoor cat. And bless her heart, she lived until she was 16, and I still miss her every day. So it would have been 2016 that she passed away, because she was 16 in the June and she passed in the October. But yeah, I woke up one night and she was making some awful noises and she just passed away on my lap. It was just, anyway, yeah, I don't want to be sad. And you know, she loved my crocheted blankets. So the one that she had at the time, because you can imagine in 16 years a cat can get through quite a few blankets. And that's what we buried her with. And in here, there, as I say, there is a cat. And I said to Glenn, I'm going to try, because she was black and white, and obviously black and white is hard to do, so I might just do a dark grey. And what I'll do is up here somewhere I will actually embroider Tibby and kind of make this a memory quilt with things like that, as well as you know, a quilt that I really would love to make. And also here there is 3 balls of yarn and a crochet hook, so I'll put under here, probably in between there, I will crochet Nana Green, because that was, you know, the nan that brought me up and taught me how to crochet. So there's a lot of connection with these blocks, and it's just obviously the pumpkin. You know how much I love my pumpkins. And yeah, so it is going to be, yeah, this quilt is going to be so much fun. And as I say, now I've got the 2 books, I can really get going. Saying the Christmas one I will be starting later on in the year. But oh, sorry, this is the Stitchery Dorset at Dorset. As I say, postage in the UK, they do say that on their website. It says, you know, it's free. So well worth it, to be honest. Well worth it. So yes, I will pop them there. Now, I have found this company online. I've been following them for absolutely, well, it's got to be 2 years at least, on Instagram. And I thought, well, you know, with the way things are at the moment, I'll give them a go. So a couple of months ago, I did my first order with them. Absolutely brilliant. Can't fault them. So I thought, right, I'll give them a go again. So these are called pound fabrics, and they are actually an online only, yes, it is an online only, I'm sure it is, you know, shop basically. They're from Birmingham. So it's called, go online to Pound Fabrics. You will not be disappointed. Now, I ordered, if it's a cheap fabric, because obviously their fabrics start from £1 and go up, but even the ones that are more expensive, damn sight cheaper than what you get in shops, I will say. And I don't like saying that because you all know that I work in a fabric shop, but yeah, you know, I know that their postage is a little bit wow, but you know what I mean, it comes quickly anyway, so you know, to me it's fine. But they had they've got 100% cotton, 60 inches wide, all plains, and it is, now I've got it in my hands, I can tell you it is, it feels like a craft cotton, a little bit tighter weave I would say, but that's not a problem. I'm going to use it. £3 a meter, but because it was £3 a meter, you had a minimum of 3 meters, which, you know what I mean, what's that, £9 for all that fabric. So for my quilt, I got this lovely buttercream. It is more of a buttery cream. As I say, it is a good weave. It is a good, you know, it is a good tight weave. And yeah, there's 3 meters there. So I was well impressed with that. And obviously, while I was on there, you can't just buy one piece, can you? So this is what I'm going to be making when I've got time. So I have actually made 2 of these before, and it is called the Eden set. Now obviously why it's called the set is because it could be tops or dresses. Now I have actually made the dress. I've made it twice, but I've made it in a summer fabric. I'm trying to think. They're both obviously 100% cotton, but they are summer colours and stuff. And I keep thinking to myself, I'd love to make one of these like in a jamboree, so I could wear it in the summer with sandals, but I could also wear it in the winter with my tights. And in the winter, all I'll do is put a petticoat underneath. Yeah, I wear a petticoat. I am really old-fashioned. So yeah, so I'll just put a petticoat underneath, you know, for the warmth. So I had a look, and I thought, oh, while I'm on here, and I put that my cream in my basket, and I thought, oh, I'll have a look and see what their the jamborees are. Now I've already washed this. I've just got to iron it, and these were only £4 a meter. Okay, they're just under 60 inches width, and I mean just under 60 inches width. And there's a jamboree, and I got one with all little hearts on, and I got one with this little like a leaf pattern. Now, as I have said in some previous videos, the actual pattern here needed for my size, per, you know, for me, what was it? Oh, it's up here. 2 meters 20, and I thought 8 inches. What's 8 inches between friends, eh? So what I did is I did 2 meters of each, because as I have said before, when it comes to the facings, I'll just go through my stash and find a cotton and use that. And also I add pockets. They have patch pockets at the top here and here, but I like side pockets. I know on my Holly Hobby one, I actually did do a patch pocket, and I matched it. I must have been I must have been mad that day, but I did match it. But I do like pockets going in, and I'll even do the pockets if I have to in the fabric to match the facing, because as I say, who sees them, you know? So that's the way I work it. Because Glenn said to me, he said, do you ever buy fabric in the right amount? I go, no, because I know I can get away with it, because the layout on these, some of these are very wasteful. Not on, but with some of them, if you look here, with some of them, it is you know, they'll put your sleeve, and then they've got like a blooming great gap, and then they do the body, then they do the skirt and the bodice, and there's gaps, and you've got to work out in your head, no, I can fit that in there a lot more tighter than that, you know. It's just the way you've got to do it, really. So okay, but yeah, take a look at Pound Fabric. What have I done with your paper? There it is. Pound Fabrics online. They are well worth it. They do upholstery fabrics. They've even got some Tilly and the Button patterns, which I was surprised. They do anything from chiffons, you know, the linen, oh God, you name a fabric, they have got it, and it is so much cheaper than anywhere I can find. So, and you know, it doesn't feel any different. It really doesn't, take my word for that. Okay then, right, so that is a lot of my naughties. Oh, hang on, no, it's not. I said I've got to leave this out. Now, Chappel Crafts. I love her stuff. Absolutely love her needle minders, and I love her stitch markers. Are just adorable. I've been getting them for ages, well, a long time. And I will say, a couple of months ago now, it was a couple of months ago, she put up on her Instagram feed a flump, which is a key ring, and I thought, oh my gosh, my daughter flump crazy. Every year ever since I can remember, for Christmas she's had a tub of flumps, and I thought, wonder if she could do that in a stitch marker. It just brought back so many memories. So anyway, I private messaged her and said, could you actually make the flump smaller into a stitch marker? And she got back to me. She went, yeah, leave it with me. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, then on her feed, she kept showing these little flumps forming, didn't she? And then she said, right, on the 1st of April, she was going to have this big update, and there was loads of new stuff. Absolutely loads. So there is 2 of these, but the other one is downstairs. And in here, there is the little flump. Isn't that cute? And then I had to get this. I couldn't resist it. Her new little gnome. Let me hold it there. Look. Oh, hang on. He's still not fake. There he is. Look at him. They're just so lightweight. Honestly, you do not know that is on there. You really, really don't. But yeah, so I have her business card. She is Chappel Crafts. You probably all know her anyway. Because we do, or you know, there's a lot of us that do get stuff from her. Okay then, right, now there is one more thing I would like to say. Okay, now last week I mentioned that we had reached 1,000 subscribers. Now I think we're 1,030 odd now. We're going up all the time, which is lovely. And I said, because the shops actually opened today, in the UK, so we just got to pray, really pray that everybody be sensible. That's all I can say. Anyway, so I haven't to wait, because I am going to have a giveaway. You know, it's going to happen. You just have to give me a little time for us to get out and get some bits and bobs. I'll make a project bag. And I mentioned this last week on the podcast, and lovely lady Claire, you all know I've been in contact with Claire now for quite a while, because I got Oreo's fleece from her. That's how come we first started communicating, actually. And she is now the yarn dyer behind Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit Yarns, and as you know, I love her yarns. I brought and they all come all caked up with little, oh, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And for my Stevie Westy shawl, and I just love it. Anyway, so I uploaded last week's video, and then before tea time, Claire got in contact with me and said, but would you like me to donate one of her, because she does a yarn set. She dyes a specific yarn set, and it's a monthly sock set for a theme. And pop in a photograph here, because I have asked her to send over a photograph for me of you know, the theme and everything. So I'm going to pop that in here right now. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? I have quickly, well, as quick as I can, go downstairs and got my tablet, and just so I can get a little bit more information from you, for you. So it actually is the Bridgerton Mystery Sock Club, and that will say is, obviously you get a skein, 100-gram skein of yarn, a 20-gram skein for your heel toes, and if you want to, cuffs, of the deluxe high twist, an 80/20. You also get some extra little bits and bobs as well. But I will say, Claire, thank you so much for this. You just don't know how much I appreciate it. And I ain't crafters and, you know, independent businesses are just unbelievable people. They are just so kind. That's all I can say. And you know, it was just so beautiful just to have this message, you know, out of the blue saying, would you like me to donate? And I thought that was just so nice. So obviously, you know, that is going to be the major prize. And now we'll make the project bag, and I'll do the notions pouch, and obviously with Claire's just unbelievable donation, I reckon I will probably now call it quits on the prize, because, you know, what Claire has done is, you know, it is just brilliant. So we've just got to give us both a little bit of time, and I will get the bag made and the notions pouch made. And obviously, you know, when Claire is all up and ready, we will then we will do our prize. I will do the question, and then it will only be a week. There will be a week, and then it will be announced, and then that will be it. But thank you so much. So it's Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit yarns. They are beautiful yarns. So yeah, thank you. I could have cried. I literally could have sat there and cried, because that's just so generous. It really it's got the sock club is a monthly sign up available throughout March, April and May. Each month sign up closes on the 12th and dispatches on the 15th. So it will for today, of course. So today is the last day for you to sign up to her sock club. But I tell you what, you don't just get the yarn. There is extra little bits and bobs in there, and you get 100 grams and your 20 grams. And you've all seen the picture, and I will pop the picture in again at the end as I do my little music thing like I always do, just so you can see the beautiful colours. And there is an inspirational one here, and well, you'd have seen it anyway. I'd have popped it up. But yes, very good, and she's very clever at her dyeing, and I will say very clever. So thank you, Claire. I think that is absolutely everything now, because by the time I add on my pictures, my videos and all my music and everything, I know I'm a bit hyper today, but it's my birthday tomorrow. And last year I was in complete, for my 50th, we were in complete lockdown, weren't we? And Rebecca and I unfortunately had to cancel everything, and we had planned and all this. I still can't see her, you know, because of her work and so on. But we're getting there where, you know, we can see each other, and I just am so looking forward to it. But I'm waiting on her to reply to me, actually, because she's sent me a parcel which is there, which came last week, and we'll do like we did on Mother's Day, you know, we'll do a face-to-face so she can see me open. And she said, well, there's something else to come. Well, this morning with my book, this blooming great box came with Fragile all over it, and Glenn went, what have you ordered? I said, no, my book. I said, I'm waiting on 2 books. I said, and they're from the same company, so they wouldn't put one in a book thing and one in a box. Surely not. So I messaged Rebecca saying, what is the other thing? You know, is the other thing is it going to come in a big box or a small box? It's got on at Stoke-on-Trent. So I don't know. And so I'm waiting on her getting back to me to see if it was her, because it's sat downstairs. I haven't opened it. I'm assuming someone, well, I'm assuming my Rebecca, is something from her for my birthday tomorrow. So I'm leaving it, and hopefully there'll be something in the box that gives me a clue. That'll be really bad if I open it and then I don't know who it's from, because I ain't going to be able to thank them. And I have got some cards that's been coming through with birthday written on it. So they're all on the dresser waiting to be opened tomorrow and that. So yeah, and Glenn's booked the day off work. And we probably, obviously we ain't got nothing planned because of what's, you know, what life is, but it doesn't matter. Last year, because we weren't expected to be here, I actually spent my 50th all day on my own because he worked, because he thought I was going to be away with Rebecca, you see, and he couldn't get it off because it was Easter Monday. So I don't know. So at least this year I'm going to have company, which will be nice. But yeah, but I did say to him, I am not coming up here and working. I'm taking the whole day off and I'll just craft away, or, you know, we'll probably go out somewhere and, you know, soak up the sun if it is sunny and bits and bobs like that. So, yeah. Okay, then. So I'm sorry it's a bit all over the place, but there was the way things came in and the way things were being worked on and so on. So, you know, hop over until next Monday. So if we do go out for a walk or anything tomorrow, I will, you know, get some footage and then I'll add it on next week, and so you can see what happens on my birthday. And I'll give you what the mystery prize is and who it's from. Hopefully I'll find out, because I don't know. It's quite a heavy box though, I will say, but I know I haven't ordered it. It's not mine. So, okay then, right, I'm going to love you and leave you all, and please have a lovely week and stay safe, take care, happy crafting, bye. Right, I've just quickly popped on at the end. Look what's just this minute come through my letterbox. They've both arrived. Oh my gosh, exciting week, exciting day today, exciting day tomorrow. Oh, right, calm down. Look, I haven't even looked at it yet, but look at the cover. Oh my gosh. So yes, I will talk about that next week, definitely. And I will see you later.